All right, let's dive into one of the most intense moments in the entire war for Lanka. We're talking about the very first time the two biggest players, Rama and Ravana, finally come face to face on the battlefield. And believe me, this isn't just some minor skirmish. It's a deeply personal, absolutely explosive showdown that's going to set the tone for everything that follows. And it all kicks off with this: a raw, furious shout from a king who has been pushed way past his breaking point. So what could possibly get the supposedly invincible ruler of Lanka so worked up? Well, it was a single, devastating loss that hit him right where he lived. The trigger? The death of his most trusted general, Prahasta. When that news hit Lanka, it sent shockwaves through the entire city. For Ravana, this wasn't just a strategic loss on a map. No, this was personal. This was an insult. His generals were falling, his power was being openly challenged, and his rage just completely boiled over. And in this moment, you see this incredible clash. On one hand, you have his ministers absolutely terrified, begging him not to go. They're pleading, "Lord, wait, your safety is crucial." But Ravana, he's way beyond listening to reason. His ego just roars back, "Silence! I am death itself." He doesn't see himself as a king who needs to be protected. He sees himself as the destructive force of nature itself. So he gets ready for war. And we're not talking about just any old armor. It's described as being black and gold, literally glowing like fire. It's his rage made visible. Then he climbs into this terrifying chariot, pulled by what are described as ghostly horses. The whole look is designed to make his enemies freeze in terror before he even has to lift a finger. And as Ravana heads for the front lines, the entire feeling on the battlefield starts to shift. His arrival isn't just an entrance. It's like a world-changing event. The man literally bends reality around him. His power, his dark energy, is so immense that even nature reacts. The sky actually darkens over the battlefield. And down on the ground, the Vanara army, this relentless, roaring force, they just stop. They feel him coming. They know the real boss has finally shown up to the fight. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get this quick exchange. You've got Lakshmana, always the fierce protector, immediately ready to jump in. He's like, "Brother, let me at him." But Rama is just calm. He says, "No, I will face him." And that's not arrogance talking. It's this quiet sense of destiny. He knows this was always meant to be his fight. And just like that, the duel is on. But you have to understand, this is so much more than two warriors swinging weapons at each other. This is a clash of two fundamental forces of the universe. You've got the divine order that Rama represents on one side, and the chaotic, dark sorcery of Ravana on the other. Ravana, of course, strikes first, and he does not hold back. He lets loose this absolute storm of arrows. And these aren't just sharp sticks, okay? Each one is dripping with dark magic. They're so powerful that entire formations of the Vanara army just shatter on impact. It's total chaos. But standing against this magical storm is Rama. And he doesn't meet chaos with more chaos. No, with this almost unbelievable calm and divine precision, he intercepts every single one of those arrows. It's like watching a perfect, unshakable defense against a supposedly unstoppable attack. So this duel is really symbolic, you know? At the surface level, sure, it's divinity versus dark magic. But if you dig a little deeper, it's a battle between Dharma, which is all about cosmic order, duty, and doing the right thing, and pure, unrestrained ego, which only cares about getting what it wants. And Ravana pretty much confirms what this is all about for him. When the core issue comes up, his answer is just absolute. Return Sita? Never. So you see, it's not really about strategy or land anymore. It's about his personal pride. His total refusal to ever admit he's wrong. And Rama's reply, it's not a threat, it's more like a prophecy. It's like he can see right to the core of Ravana's fatal flaw. He's basically saying, it's not my army that's going to be you, it's your own character. Your arrogance is your destruction. Well, hearing that, Ravana is enraged. He escalates, summoning his most powerful divine weapons, his astras. First up, thunder weapons that literally crack the sky open and shake the ground. Then he follows that up with serpent weapons. These are mystical arrows that turn into swarms of living, venomous snakes in midair, striking at Rama from all directions. And if that wasn't enough, he unleashes fire weapons, huge waves of supernatural flame that just scorch everything in their path. Ravana is throwing his entire demonic arsenal at Rama, holding nothing back. And for all of that power, all of that magic, it all adds up to absolutely nothing. With this incredible grace, Rama just neutralizes every single attack. The thunder goes silent, the serpents vanish, the fires are snuffed out. Ravana's greatest powers have been rendered completely useless. And that right there is the turning point. Ravana has thrown everything he has, and Rama has just weathered the storm without a single scratch. So after putting on an absolute masterclass in defense, it's finally Rama's turn to go on the attack. But here's the brilliant part. Rama doesn't even aim for Ravana himself. Instead, he goes after the symbols of his power. He draws one divine arrow. It hits the chariot, shattering the wheels and destroying those ghostly horses. Ravana's war machine just completely crumbles right under him, and he crashes down to the ground. Utterly defeated and disarmed, Ravana has no choice but to retreat, flying back to the safety of Lanka. And the key word here is shame. For a king who has built his entire identity on being invincible, on his ego, this public humiliation is a wound that cuts way deeper than any physical weapon ever could. And as the Vanara army just erupts in cheers, celebrating this huge victory, Rama says these words, almost softly. This is only the beginning. He gets it. This wasn't the final battle. This was just the end of the beginning. He's proven Ravana can be beaten, but the real war is still ahead. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. Ravana went into this fight fueled by pure fury and arrogance. He's leaving it filled with shame and humiliation. So how does that change a person like him? A wounded ego can be so much more dangerous and unpredictable than a proud one. And the fallout from this very first duel, well, that's going to shape everything that happens next.